Hi, Hector. My name is Gabrielle, and I am your counselor. Just to let you know, this is going to be about a 12-minute session. At about 10 minutes, I'll let you know, just so you don't feel interrupted, that we're coming to a close and there's about couple minutes left so that we can wrap it up and then talk about what we want to focus on for next session, okay? So to my understanding, you were referred here today. So what that tells me is this wasn't your first choice, but tell me a little bit about why you were in rehab in the first place.
Yeah, it's not really something I really want to do. I mean, I don't know. I'm feeling kind of hopeless. I was in a pretty bad auto accident a couple of months back, about 4 months ago. My leg's pretty messed up from still, my hip. Never had to use a cane before in my life, but I have to start getting used to that, and I limp everywhere. It feels like everybody's always like looking at me, and my right arm, I can't move it right anymore. My shoulder feels like it's just sluggish. I mean, I've been working construction my whole life. I just don't know what to do anymore. Of what use am I now as a construction worker that can barely walk? Sorry, probably too much.
No, I understand. I mean, it's a huge culture shock at this point, something that you've just been used to your whole life. So have you stopped going to rehab? I understand that you referred to me because you weren't really adjusting well to your injuries. I know it's really frustrating, just not being able to do what you do every day for the past 20 years. So have you completely stopped, or do you plan on returning? What are your thoughts on the rehab itself?
I'm just not sure. I mean, I haven't gone since I think I went for my intake and that was it. I since then I've been sitting, watching TV and just drinking. I guess you can call it self medicating. I mean, I'm the man of the family. I should be strong. I need to support the family, and I can't right now. It's killing me. I just every time I go into rehab, I'm just reminded that I'm just useless. I mean, that's all I've known since high school. I mean, what do you do?
I understand. So you feel that because you are the man, it means that you are the one that's supposed to be like the sole provider for the family, right?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't want my wife to have to work. I mean, it's part of the dream, and someone stays home to take care of the kids. So I go out and work, and then at some point I get a nice pension. But I mean, I'm so close. I mean, I've been working construction since I was 18, 35 now. I mean, the pension really hit retirement like 20 years. You get that access to that pension. It's so close, but 3 more years, I just don't know what I don't know what I'm going to do to make a living for those 3 more years to make it. I mean, even if it was with the construction company, what am I going to do to make a living anymore?
So you feel because you no longer can physically do the labor that you were doing, that you don't feel that you could ever make any kind of living anymore?
I mean, it's all I've ever known. I don't know. I mean, it's just so embarrassing being I'm only 35. I mean, how many other 35-year-olds can they can't walk without help. I'm a righty too, and I can't really use my right arm that well.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even carry a grocery bag anymore.
Yeah, it takes a lot of adjusting. So with rehab, do you were you making any, I guess, commitment to going back? I know you said that you only went for the intake, but do you think, looking back on how difficult life is going to be now with these new impairments, do you feel open to going back to rehab at all, just so you can at least gain back those basic mobilities and at least your arms, so that we can try to see what the next steps are when it comes to looking for any new type of um, employment or career? Do you feel open to going back to rehab?
I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to. I mean, they forced me here. I guess they can force me there too. But just gonna be really hard to make it there. It's constant, just severe pain. I mean, I've been avoiding my family just every time I look at them. I'm just reminded that I'm not, I'm not doing anything to help them. Like, I guess at some point I gotta get past it, but it's so hard. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to do it eventually.
So you said that you're not doing anything to help your family. However, don't you feel that just watching TV and drinking and giving up looking for work is also a way of not helping your family as well?
I guess I never think about it that way. I guess I was just trying to kind of stay out of the way.
Hmm. I understand. So your other family, your siblings, your parents, did they grow up around this construction work as well? Is this what they have all done?
Yeah, for the most part. It's really, I mean, it's the family tradition.
Hmm. And up until now, you've always taken pride. You've liked doing what you're doing. Uh-huh.
It's,
Okay. Well, I think to stop you from avoiding your family, you also have to maybe look at the fact that they haven't been through this traumatic experience that you've been in. They don't have this impairment, this permanent damage. They're not going through what you're going through. And so I don't think you should feel ashamed of yourself for not being able to do something. And I also don't want you to compare yourself to people who have different abilities than you do, because that's not fair to yourself either. And if one day you want to get out of this selfless feeling, what you're going to need to do is realize that you need to not feel sorry for yourself, and we're going to adapt to what it is that you do have the abilities to do. So to my understanding, you've been doing this since about high school. Did you ever finish high school?
yeah, if I finished, I graduated. I mean, I was working, so I wasn't really much of a student. I
Mhm.
barely made it. I mean, heck, under my cap and gown, I had a pair of like work jeans on and boots. So, finished, went right back to work.
Just committed to continue providing for your family then, and what you want to continue doing now for your new family. Okay, well, what are your goals? I know it wasn't your choice to come to therapy, but now that you're here, do you have any physical goals for yourself, goals for your family, goals for future work?
I just know I gotta get back to work. I guess I gotta just look and see what I can do. And
Mhm.
I mean, construction pays pretty well. I gotta find something that pays well. And I'm just gonna have to learn the budget, I guess, too.
Yeah, maybe you have so much experience. I mean, you have about what, over 20, maybe about 20 years experience in construction. You've grown up around it. You said your family has been around it. You graduated high school. So maybe if you're unable to do the physical labor of it, maybe what we can do is look into perhaps managing something in construction, maybe being the person that oversees and be able to explain to a corporation that you have loved this living your whole life, and although you're no longer to physically able to contribute to the work of it, you'd like to contribute another with ideas, with plans, with clientele. Maybe you can offer what you are able to do in that other field of work, kind of behind the scenes, but still extremely important.
I never really thought of that. I guess it's something I can look at.
Okay. And then at home, I mean, it's not, it's no surprise that what you've been through is traumatic. And I think a good goal would be to communicate with your wife, let her know how you're feeling day to day, even if it's at a random point where you just feel really low. I just think opening up to her and not being so reserved can help y'all at home so that she can do her part to help you maybe lift your spirits, motivate you. And the same with your family, with your siblings and your parents. I mean, it's obvious that you are going through something no one else has. So I think they would be understanding and they want to help you through this and they don't want for you to shut them out. So do you think that maybe what we can try is opening up, talking more instead of being so angry and closed off from them?
Guess I could give it a shot.
Okay. Well, I mean, it seems like you want this to work. You want to go back into some area of the construction field. You're willing to work with your wife and communicate with her and with your family. So, do you think that with more sessions, what we can do is we can get better at the communication, we can get better about the mindset of the new state that we're in, and then what we can do is plan on how we're going to maybe develop a plan for the future career-wise, perhaps like a portfolio, something to keep you motivated, and also going back to rehab so that we can get our basic skills back down, you adjusting to even just writing. Do you think we can commit to maybe long term in that sense?
I guess so. I guess maybe the next time I'm in, we'll see. I just need a little bit of time to think about it. It's a lot of change to go through at once. I think need to take a day at a time at least for now. Just
Definitely.
to stay up front in the future. I mean, I got home talking to my wife about it. If see what she thinks. I mean, it's a big change.
It is a big change. Yes. Well, I mean, I think it would be great. If you'd like, you can bring her in next time. Right now, we are nearing the end of our session. So, how about next time you bring your wife in? We can talk about it openly between the both of y'all because I really think if you get back into rehab, we get those basic those stretches down and everything that is going to come with the rehab and also doing our sessions together, maybe with your wife as well, then we can get you past this phase and get work life and home life back to how it was before.
That sounds kind of good. I guess we'll just get the next one scheduled and we'll go from there.
Okay, sounds good, Joseph. All right, well then I will see you soon, okay?
All right.
Okay.